Hi, I'm Angela Denker. I'm a Lutheran pastor and a journalist here in the Twin Cities. I'm a graduate of Twin Cities Public Schools, the daughter of a longtime public schools teacher here in the Twin Cities, and the parent of two public school students also here in the Twin Cities. I've served on site council of my kids' schools, and I'm here to talk to you today about the upcoming school board election in Hopkins and why you should support my friend and colleague, Sara WG. You know, the school boards are a really important part of what's happening in America today and a really important part of safeguarding our children's futures. Much of the work that I do as a journalist and as a pastor is covering the rise of right-wing Christian nationalism. Part of the goals of this movement is to limit the kind of information and access that our kids have and to create a theocracy in place of our government. Practically, that means in our schools that our libraries are constantly under threat, many times by radical school board members, about what kind of books kids can read. They want to limit the kind of religious practices that kids can do in school, and they want to subject all kids to only one form of fundamentalist Christianity. I know that Sara's experience, both working in nonprofits and in churches, caused her to lead with compassion and wisdom. She has a wide array of contexts and experiences that cause her to center kids in everything that she does. I know firsthand how much Sara previously and continues to sacrifice to make sure that she centers the well-being of children, both in her work in churches, in her work in nonprofits, and certainly in her future work as a school board member. As a parent, I would be delighted to have Sara as one of the representatives of my kids' school board. And as a community member and as a fellow Twin Cities resident, I know that she would be an excellent voice and advocate, not just for students, but also for teachers, for families, in keeping our public schools free, to prioritize education, to prioritize civic education, and to prioritize compassion and care for one another so that kids can learn the truth, so that kids can be safe, and so that everyone can have the right to pursue knowledge within their schools. Thanks.